Hi and good morning. Welcome to this Pilates for the whole body. We are going to start off by just warming up, but before we practice, just make sure that you have permission from your GP, and if we are pregnant, then potentially finding a different video specifically for pregnancy. We're going to place our hands on our knees to begin. Make sure the spine is nice and stacked, nice and tall. We gently lift through the pelvic floor. We lift through the abdominals as if we are trying to draw a piece of spaghetti up. When we draw the abdominals, we want to think about the abdominals drawing towards the spine, up and in, rather than just sucking in. We have a lift as well. When we have that lift, we should find that we begin to breathe into the width of the diaphragm. We should find that the rib cage expands wider and then contracts back down. So there's this movement up and out and then back down. From here, we lift the shoulders all the way up to the ears. We retract and draw down. Inhale to pull up. Exhale, gently draw back and down. These circular motions are just warming through the shoulders. We'd like to make the most of our full range of motion. So really think about scooping the shoulders forwards, all the way up towards the ears, all the way back and down. Well done. Good job. We draw the shoulders back and down. We're just going to very, very gently drop the neck to one side, all the way through center and over towards the other side. Once more on each side. Well done. From here, we're going to trace a line with one hand along the mat, and the other arm reaches all the way up and over. This should feel really lovely all the way up through your side body. Rainbow your arms all the way over towards the other side. Nice expansion through the chest, through the rib cage. Elongate all the way up and over. Well done. And then rainbow both arms up towards the sky. We are thinking about opening the chest as we do this, rather than closing off to one side. We're thinking about length through the spine, twist to one side, and relift the arms other side. Twist and open. Once more on each side. Open through the chest. This should feel really lovely. Well done. Good job. Arms come behind you. Last gentle opener. We're going to interlace the fingers behind your lower back. Open your chest forwards. Think about trying to touch the wall in front of you with your nose and the wall behind you with your hands. Well done. We're going to come on to our tabletop position here. So think about pressing the tops of the shins down, tops of the feet come down to the ground. Spread your fingers wide. Push forwards down with your knuckles and back and down with your shins. Tuck your tailbone. Roll through the vertebrae. Lift abdominals to spine, spine to sky. Round through the shoulders. Drop your head. And then inhale into a lovely straight spine. Exhale, tuck your tailbone down, round through the spine. Well done. And inhale to tabletop. We want to keep the abdominals really lifted here. So we can have this tendency when we round to lift, and then when we come through to our tabletop to relax, but we don't want to relax through the abdominals. We want to keep it really taut, really lifted here. Exhale as you round, pouring the breath out of your body. Last one. Well done. From here, we're going to gently lift your right arm out towards the side. We're going to expand until it is around aligned with your shoulders height. And we thread that arm underneath the body. We come all the way out and wide. We gently draw it back into that cactus shape, expand and thread. We lift wide into a right angle, extend wide and thread. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one. Good job. Other side. I need to move further away. So when you're feeling ready, we gently guide the arm all the way out by your side. We thread the needle underneath the body. We lift. We turn that arm into our right angle. We extend wide and we thread. We press. We bend. We extend and we thread. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, bend the arm. Inhale, extend the arm. Exhale, thread. Keep the abdominals really lifted. Keep that lovely diaphragmatic breath so we're breathing into the width of our chest and our rib cage. Well done, guys. Last view here. And last one. Well done. So from here, we're going to tuck the toes and have a little rest in downwards dog for a moment. Think about pedaling through your heels. You might bring a bit of movement into the side body. Well done. When you're feeling ready, we gently push all the way up onto our tiptoes. We shift the weight forwards into our plank and we lift back up to our downwards dog. We round through the spine, plank, and we push all the way back up. Round through the spine. Well done. And we push all the way back up. Exhale. Inhale back up. Good job. Exhale. Good. Well done. Last one. And we lower all the way down onto our tummy. From here, we're going to come into our gentle swimming. We reach both arms out in front. We protract the shoulder blades down towards the waist. We lift the abdominals. We push our pelvis down into the ground until the legs gently lift. We have the entirety of the legs nice and engaged. And when you're feeling ready, we inhale, lift the chest. We drop right arm, left leg, and then we swap sides. We want to think about the back of the neck being lovely and long. Both arms and legs are in line with the joints they are attached to. So we're not splitting super wide here. We're thinking about keeping everything super aligned. This is a lovely challenge for not only our strength, but also our coordination. 3, 2, 1. Well done. From here, trace a line back with your arms until your elbows stack underneath your shoulders. We have our feet nice and pointed. Our legs are still super engaged. Our pelvis presses down. And we exhale, exhale, inhale the leg down. Point, flex, point down. Point, flex, point down. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. 1, 2, 3. If this feels too intense on your lower back, absolutely feel free to come down onto your forearms. This is a nice gentle way of practicing our point and flex. If for these last 5 you would like to, then you absolutely can do both legs together. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good job. 1, 2, 3. Last one. Good job. Well done. Arms come underneath the shoulders. We're going to press into our half plank. So this movement, we have 2 options. Option 1 is simply inhale, exhale, our lovely Pilates press up. Option 2 is we lift one leg, we lower, we lift, and we lower that leg. Lift one leg, lower, lift, and lower that leg. So in that version, we're a little bit less of a perfect half plank, and the hips are very slightly lifted, but not so much that we're a tabletop. Okay, so when we're feeling ready, find that perfect half plank position. And then if you would like to lift a leg, think about lifting the hips very subtly, extending that leg. Elbows tuck in by your waist. We push, we lower that leg. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. If we're taking just the Pilates press up, tuck the tailbone in that bit more. 1, 2. 1, 2. Inhale down, exhale, push up. No matter which one we're taking, we always inhale to lower and we always exhale to press. So if we are taking the leg extension, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay. Whichever one we are in, we have 3 more breaths. Well done. Sink your hips all the way back into child's pose. Well done, breathing here. Then when you're feeling ready, come up into a tabletop. We're going to extend our right leg long, and we lift that right leg until it aligns with our hips. We want to make sure that we're not externally rotating our hips. We also would like to make sure that we are not arching in the lumbar spine to reach that leg high. We're thinking about everything being lovely and aligned, nice and strong. Reach back with that right biggest toe as if you're trying to touch the wall behind you. We look down towards the mat, and when you're feeling ready, exhale down to one side, lift, other side. We lift, other side. So it's as if we're drawing the top of a triangle. Pay attention to your hips here. If your hips are swaying side to side as we move, then rather than going side to side with the leg, maybe we work on just doing a line up and down for now until we have that stability in the hips. We'd like to always have that same height for the leg when we reach the tallest point of our movement. So we're never flicking the leg up high, but we are always aiming for that hip height where we can. So if it's too much, you might find it starts to drop. Last 2. And other side. Extend that leg long. We wrap the abdominals around the spine. We drop to one side and we lift. Other side and we lift. 1, 2, 1, 2. The spine is straight. Think about trying to balance a tray of drinks on your back. It's absolutely fine for the drinks to wobble a little bit, but we're working on trying to get that tray of drinks as stable as possible. We definitely don't want any spilling over. Keep your abdominals lifted, pelvic floor lifted. Keep the breath fluid. It's normal to have that temptation to hold your breath, but the more we hold the breath, the harder the poses become, the more the muscles fatigue. We're always inhaling in through the nose, out through the mouth, as if we're blowing out a birthday candle. Well done. 3 more. Good. And draw that leg in when you're ready. So we're going to come to one side. We have our legs here in a lovely square position. So one shin is parallel to the wall in front of you, and the other shin is parallel to the wall by your side. So we have a nice square drawn with the legs. If you find that you can't sit the hips comfortably in this position, then draw them a little bit further forwards, because we do want both hips sitting nice and comfortably on the ground here. When you're feeling ready, we draw a line out with one hand and we reach all the way up and over with the other. Inhale, think about that lovely opening. And then we exhale, think about closing off that side. We rainbow all the way down with the arm and we look down towards the ground. Without pushing into that base arm too much, we gently lift, reopen through that side body. Exhale, gently close off. We are relying on this hand here as little as we can. Inhale, without pushing off from that base hand, we open. We might look down towards that base arm. We might look up towards our top arm. We lift through the abdominals, and that's how we control and move down super slow. Inhale, open. Exhale. Well done. When you're feeling ready, we come down onto our forearm, like so. We extend one leg long. We have the opposite leg in a nice bend. The hips are stacked here. We are a straight line through the spine, and the top arm is lifted. So we have 2 options here. Option 1, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Option 2, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Okay. So option 1, we're thinking about strengthening through the glutes and getting that lovely rotation through the spine. Option 2, we get that lovely rotation through the spine, which strengthens the abdominals, the obliques, but we also have that extra little hip drop, which focuses on that side body as well. When we're ready, shoulders down and away from the ears, abdominals lift, pelvic floor lifts, exhale, rotate under, back of the neck is long. Inhale, open, and we lift and lower. Exhale to rotate. Inhale to open. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. If we're in option 2, we start lifted. We exhale, rotate under. We inhale, open. We exhale, lift. We inhale, lower. Oh, sorry, no, we don't. We exhale, drop. We inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, inhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Well done. Exhale, reach. Inhale, open. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Well done, guys. Move lovely and slowly. Good. And then melt down. We're going to swap onto the other side whenever you're feeling ready. So we start in our lovely mermaid position. We have our legs in this square. So from thigh to shin to shin. Hips are squared off on the floor. And we rainbow one arm up and over. And then when you're ready, we gently close off the body, rainbow all the way down with that top arm. Without pushing into that base arm, we gently lift. Abdominals are guiding up towards the spine and all the way back over and down. Gently lift. Good job. We're always thinking about the upward lift of energy in Pilates. So rather than collapsing down, melting into the ground, we're thinking about elongating the body, opening on the exhale. Last one. Well done. Good job. Such a lovely one for the whole of the side body. We're now going to drop towards our forearm. Extend that top leg long, deeply bend your base leg, and reach your top arm towards the sky. Now it's up to you whether we take option 1, thread the needle under, rotate open, lift that leg, lower down slowly, or option 2, hips are lifted, we rotate under, we open, we drop that base hip, and we lift. Not sure if I can still blame baby brain at 6 months, but we will. Okay, whenever we're ready, we're going to go for option 1 or 2. Option 1, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Focus on the spine being lovely and straight. Option 2, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Whether we take option 1 or 2, we'd like to think about pushing down through that forearm, and that's where a lot of our strength is coming from. Really opening up through the chest, through the wingspan. So we're never collapsing into our base. The shin is also pressing down. Well done. Really opening up, finding length, finding strength. That base toe is really reaching. Exhale under, exhale down. Well done. Last one. Good. Perfect. And when you're ready, we roll onto our back. We're going to start with some lovely bridges. So bridges are amazing for the whole body, especially the back body, just strengthening through the hamstrings, the glutes, the back, and of course the core as we lift. We're going to focus on the abdominals for a second here. So the shoulders are down and away from your ears. We're going to lift the pelvic floor, lift the abdominals towards the spine, and gently tilt your pelvis, pushing the abs towards the back and the back towards the floor. Your tilted pelvis means that the tailbone is slightly scooping up here. And then we inhale, release. Exhale, scoop the tailbone away from the floor, tilt your pelvis, push your abs to your back and the back to the floor. And then inhale, release. Last two. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Well done. From here, we're going to go all the way up into our bridge. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, roll through the vertebrae, all the way up until the weight of our body is on our 2 feet and our 2 shoulders. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll gently down. Inhale at the base. Exhale, tuck the tailbone. Push all the way up through the vertebrae. We're always looking directly up towards the sky. Pelvic floor remains lifted even at the height of the movement. We roll down slowly. Exhale, roll up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll down. Inhale at the bottom. We're going to begin to work through our stability here. So on this next one, we're going to exhale, roll up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lift your left leg in a lovely right angle, and then drop it down. Exhale, other side. Inhale to lower. When you're ready, exhale out of your lovely bridge. Inhale at the base. Exhale, roll back up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lift your left leg in a right angle and drop it down on the in-breath. Exhale, other side. Inhale to lower. We roll it down on the out-breath and we take a pause on the in-breath. Exhale, roll up. Inhale at the top. Exhale to lift one leg. Good job. Inhale to lower. Other side. And lower. Sequentially lower back down, thinking vertebrae by vertebrae, one at a time. And roll up. Last one. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Roll it down on the out breath. And hug your legs in when you're ready. Good job. Well done. Nice deep breaths. And when you're feeling ready, elongate through the spine. Legs come to a lovely tabletop position. And we have 2 options here again. Option 1, from tabletop, one leg comes in and one leg sends away. Both legs come back to tabletop. One leg comes in, one leg sends away. Option 2, the upper body is engaged. So we're thinking about really scooping through the shoulders. The back of the neck is lovely and long. The right hand comes to the inner left thigh, and the left hand comes to the outer left shin. So we have this cupping of the leg. The leg that is sending away is dorsiflexed. The leg that is coming in, we have the foot pointed. We point to come back to tabletop, and we flex to send that foot away. Just imagine that you're pushing the wall away from you. Exhale away. Inhale back to center. Well done. Exhale away. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale. Well done. Good job. Your abdominals are still pushing towards the spine. The spine is still pushing towards the floor. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good job. Inhale. Last two. Well done. From here, we're going into our 100 rep. So we're going to draw the arms all the way back. Your legs are either on the floor, heels lifted if you can, or in your tabletop position. We're not going for the extension today unless you feel super duper comfortable. We're going to rainbow the arms all the way up. Scoot the shoulders away. Inhale here. And exhale, rainbow your arms all the way back. Exhale, rainbow your arms forwards. Inhale, hold. Exhale, back. Well done. Lovely and simple. If it feels a bit too gentle, legs come into tabletop. If you're in tabletop and it feels too much, just drop them down without bearing too much weight down through the legs. So maybe we lift the heels, just keeping it super challenging whilst not passing our point of comfort where we begin to lose a bit of our core. We always want to make sure that we are keeping our core super engaged, abs pressed to back pressed to the floor. Always prioritizing control, good form. Well done. And on this last one, we are going to come up into our forward position and we hold and we begin to pulse the arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip your palms every 5 pulses. And every time we flip our palms, we change the breath. Inhale, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. If your neck begins to become tense, feel free to drop it. We'd like the arms to be a super engaged arm from the top of the shoulder all the way down to the fingertips. This means that we are not flappy through the elbows or anything like that. You feel a nice old gust of wind next to your thigh where you're pulsing. Imagine that you're pushing down a lever just by the side of your legs. Or bouncing a ball. Pelvic floor stays engaged here. Abdominals stay pressing down. Last one. And hug the legs in. Well done. From here, we're going to send the legs up towards the sky, pointing through the toes and gently externally rotating through your hips. Here we have our scissor pose. We're going to gently drop one leg and lift. Drop one leg and lift. So there are many ways that we can do scissor pose. I really love this one because you can really feel it in the lower abdominals, that drop of the leg without bearing any weight down through the ground. Keeping the upper body on the ground here, just so all of our focus can go on the abdominal to back and back to floor engagement. Now double imprint. Well done. Good job. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Lovely job. Last two, one on each side. Good job. Well done. And from here, hug your legs in. You are all done. Amazing work today. We're just going to take a few gentle stretches. So we're going to roll all the way onto our fronts. We're going to stretch through the tummy that we have worked so hard today. So we think about opening up side by side. Maybe we look over one shoulder, over the other side. Well done. From here, coming into any comfortable position. Could be kneeling, could be seated. I'm just going to draw one arm across the body and hook. If you do have any requests of other Pilates classes that you'd like to see, such as upper body specific for the legs or the glutes, then just comment below. This is my first time teaching Pilates in about, I would say, a year. Maybe not that long, but sorry if my words were a little bit less coherent than usual. Again, I'm very sleep deprived, and this is my reintroduction to Pilates, so I hope you enjoyed. I absolutely love teaching, so I was very eager to get back into it. Okay, well done. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Enjoy, and I'll see you soon.